What's going on? How's everyone doing?
Shout out to Colin. Everybody else who's cool with Colin.
Chunky! I didn't say.
Get your popcorn and your Coca-Cola and relax.
Anyway, tell Colin I'm ready.
What's going on? This is Colin. How's everybody doing? I hope you're having a great day so far. It is almost Friday. Happy Thursday. All right, I've got a bunch of court tonight, guys. Let's see. We're gonna start with Judge Vann. Got some Judge Simpson, some Judge Washington, Judge Perkins, Judge Oakley. We're gonna have some fun. And yeah, that's about it. Let's get started. Before I hit that play button, you know what to do. Hit the like and subscribe. Do your jump kick backflips. Let's go.
When the green light comes on, sign. Mr. Christie declined to come down today.
Sentence for Capias, 15 days, credit for zero, may purge out for $500.
Yes, sir. State your name.
Stephen Cole.
Mr. Cole, you're before the court, charge of violation of pretrial release condition for contact. You understand the charge?
Sir?
Do you understand the charge?
Yes.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true?
Yes.
Didn't I revoke your bond already on the other cases?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Just gonna keep
You
calling?
gave me a bond on the first violation of no
Yeah,
contract
now I
order.
revoked that one. I mean, it's
No, that
just-
one's been revoked. It's already been revoked.
Okay, all right, good. I mean, it's just insanity, Mr. Cole. You know the definition of insanity, right?
Yes, sir. Me and my wife we're trying
Yeah,
to get
expecting
back together.
results.
I'm sorry.
So I find that no bond is going to
Heather.
assure your compliance, so I'm going to hold you without. The court date's going to be January 17th at 8:30. Good luck, buddy.
Step to your right to the T. Next. Red X. State your name.
Jason Tolan.
Oh, yeah. It doesn't matter. He doesn't listen anyway. How you doing, Mr. Tolan?
Fantastic.
Yeah. You know, when they tell you that they're recording those, they really mean it.
I didn't contact her. I contacted my son. I can't help. She answered the phone. That's got nothing to do with me. I'm in jail. Got nothing to do with me. I'm in jail.
That's where you shall stay.
I mean, it is what it is.
All right, man. Bond is $5,000
Yeah,
on
I
the
don't
new
need no
charge.
bond. Keep it.
Well, don't worry, because you don't have a new bond. You don't have a bond on your other one.
Great.
You're a joy.
Which ones are you? Both of the old cases or just the new one?
2546. Just 2546.
There's a 3539.
Oh, let's do that one too.
It's 5,000 on a new one.
I don't need
Yes.
a bond.
Thank you.
We're not giving you one,
Next.
Mr. Tolan.
You better.
You win. No bond.
Thank you.
Ah, I like it. A man that knows what he wants.
I was just talking about Bay County.
Hey, 231's ready when you are. 98 goes both ways. Get out.
Yeah, so don't be alone. I'm out of here.
Good. I'll drive you to the line.
Hey, come get me. I'll take you there. I won't never come back to Florida.
Okay. If they'd let me sign you out, I would take you to the state line tonight because I'm heading
And I
out.
will never come back to Florida. If you do that to me, I will never come back
I'm
to this state.
100%. I am for it, Mr. Tolan. We don't want you here
Well, come
anymore.
get me and I will leave the state of Florida. Come get me and I'll leave the state of Florida right now. And I will never come back here ever again.
Golly Moses. Don't tempt me with a good time. How you doing, Mr. Taylor?
I'm here.
I really wish he would have said not as good as this guy. Oh man, I think Judge Vann's serious too. Like you get them to let you out, and I'll absolutely take you out of the state of Florida. Get out of here.
Mr. Taylor, you're fine. For the court charge, driving license, suspended, revoked. You understand the charge?
Yes, sir.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
Based on your application, you do qualify. I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you. Deputy Criminal History, Mr. Taylor?
He has an open NTA on a DWLSR. 22 crimes against abuse of the elderly, 21 domestic, 20 domestic ag assault, resisting, domestic battery, domestics. It goes back to the 90s locally.
Bonds 1,500, court dates tomorrow, January 17th at 8:30. Good luck, sir.
Step to your right to the T. When the green light comes on, son. Next. Reddick, sir. State your name.
Mr. Evans, before the court, you're a resisting officer without violence, failing to register, and retail theft is a second or subsequent offense. Do you understand those charges?
Yes, sir.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, based on your application, I find that you do qualify. I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you. Any question about that?
No.
Deputy Criminal History?
This is got put on probation with you for a DUI on the second.
Case on
245782 CT.
Golf store with this food diet. It is a no peanut, fully and a heart healthy.
All right, Mr. Evans, on the resisting officer, bonds 5,000, failure to register is 5,000. The second or subsequent petty theft is 5,000. Your court date on those cases will be February the 27th at 9 o'clock, and I'm signing a warrant for violation of probation 245782. Good luck, sir.
Step to your right to the T. When the green light comes on, son. Reddick, sir. Face the TV and state your name.
My name is Michael Wright.
Mr. Wright, fully court charge of domestic violence battery. Do you understand that charge?
Yes, sir.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true, sir?
Yes, sir.
Based on your application, you may qualify for a public defender, but the law recognizes your financial situation may change, in which case you can reapply later. You also have the option of hiring your own attorney or represent yourself. Deputy Criminal History?
He shows no history with no tracker.
Bond set at 5,000, no contact. Court date's January 17th at 8:30. Good luck, sir.
Step to your right to the T. When the green light comes on, sign. Reddick, sir. State your name.
Bobby Thomas Nelson.
Mr. Nelson, you fully court charge of possession of paraphernalia and possession of methamphetamine. Do you understand those charges?
Yes, sir.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true?
You got a copy of the paperwork? Were you advised of your rights today?
Yes, sir.
Based on your application, I find you do qualify. I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you, so you have an attorney now. Deputy Criminal History, Mr. Nelson?
No history, sir.
Yeah. I can't hear.
He's talking to me.
Pre-trial release. Be there for 9 o'clock tomorrow. Submit to random UAs as directed by your pre-trial release officer or your judge. Your court date's going to be February 13th at 9 o'clock.
You're getting out today. Court date's February 13th. Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Step to your right to the T. When the green light comes on, sign. Next.
It's a bad time to start. There's a good time to start.
State your name.
Mr. Bell, you're fully court charged of trafficking more than 28 grams of methamphetamine, possession of cocaine, possession of hydrocodone, possession of paraphernalia, and resisting officer without violence. Do you understand those charges? No, maybe?
Yes, sir.
I see copies of paperwork and advise of your rights. Based on your application, I find that you do qualify. I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you, so you have an attorney now. Deputy Criminal History, Mr. Bell?
Yes, sir.
21 marijuana over 20, cocaine, controlled substance, para-resisting VOPs with a release out of DOC in 23, cocaine in 20 with marijuana resisting, 18 resist, it goes back to 2000 locally.
250,000 on the trafficking, 10,000 cocaine, 10,000 on cocaine, 10,000 on hydrocodone, 1,000 paraphernalia, 5,000 resisting. Court date's gonna be February the 3rd, 9 o'clock, random UAs.
Step to your right to the T. Oh, you got, yeah, it's 250, 67, 286.
286.
When the green light comes on, sign. Next, step on the X for me. State your name.
Judge Anderson.
Mr. Anderson, you're before the court on failure to appear for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon in front of Judge Register. Judge Register missed you. He's requesting on the president, going to hold you without bond. Your court date is February the 10th at 9 o'clock.
All right.
Step behind him at the signature pad. Well, step on the T. When the green light comes on, you'll sign. Red X, state your name.
Colin Virgin.
Colin, I would say it. It's just out of principle. Mr. Virgin, you're before the court with violation of probation for what was originally domestic violence, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. You've been ordered held without bond. Your court date is February 3rd at 9 o'clock.
Step behind him at the signature pad. When that light goes off and comes back on, you will sign. Next. Johnson, Red X, sir. State your name.
Andrew Johnson.
Mr. Johnson, you're before the court on an in-state warrant out of Dade County for robbery. Dade County's requested that we hold you, have you transported back to Dade County. We're going to honor that request. I have you returnable to a first appearance judge if you have not been transported before February.
Your Honor, I was in jail November the 20th. These charges have been, I was on probation and was extradited up here to deal with my VOP. That's why I've been here. And Judge Register has dismissed my my probation violations. I've been in jail. How was I gonna make court when I'm in Bay County jail?
Well, the single worst reason for missing court is being in jail somewhere else. But that's neither here nor there.
If I got extradited here, sir. I didn't come here willingly. I violated my probation in Miami.
Unwillingly sent you back to Miami.
I'm saying, Judge, how can I be penalized for something when I'm following the rules? I'm not a fugitive. I'm following the rules of the courts. When I got these charges, matter of fact, these charges are a part of my violation of probation. I have my paper in the room. So if I'm following the procedures of the court, how am I still being held like this?
That's a good question for your Dade County judge.
I'm in jail. I'm incarcerated. From when I went to my probation, they locked me up October the 28th.
I can't understand it for you.
Huh?
I said I can explain. I can't understand it.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Say what?
He's not gonna. He doesn't want to hear what I have to say.
I just said, excuse me, Your Honor. Huh?
He's putting you out. Step over and sign for your copy.
Out. Man.
And Lolly was picked up right before first appearance.
Huh?
Talking about another inmate.
I don't know when they're going to do tomorrow, but I'm done for the 2 o'clock with Judge Patrick.
All right. That was just a little fun way to get tonight started. Judge Vann had a short docket today, so I just grabbed the back half of it. It's like, let's get our toes wet with a little Judge Vann to start the show off. All right, we're moving on. I don't know, is Judge Simpson now? I don't know. I've got about 3 or 4 cases from Judge Simpson. I kept them all together. I think it might be right now. Before I get into that, Doc, good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Hopefully you had a great holiday season, and thanks for joining us tonight. Okay, let's go.
Court calls case People versus Thomas Rascal.
Absolutely, for the people. Stephanie Shannon on behalf of Mr. Rascal, who's appearing to my right. Could you please state your name for the record?
Thomas Rastel.
Yes, you're requesting an adjournment.
Yes, Your Honor. So this case was adjourned previously for my client to interview with sobriety court. He has done so. He was not accepted, not because of, I'm sorry, I haven't even had the opportunity to tell him I got an email this morning. And I will go over the reasons with him why. I would like the opportunity to try and mitigate this down a bit. In the meantime, Your Honor, and my client would like to address bond.
Go ahead.
Your Honor, the reason for my client, he is actually a perfect candidate and a great candidate for sobriety court, but because of matters outside of this jurisdiction, older matters outside of this jurisdiction, he was not accepted into our sobriety court. My client wants to fight the warrant that brought him here. He wants to fight it. He gave me a backstory behind that. My client is not actually a threat to the community. He will be here for every court appearance that the court wants him to be here for. He just has a substance abuse problem. He is willing to be released into treatment if the court is inclined to do so. He was homeless. He just got a home. He's back in a home now. He has animals that he needs to take care of in that home. He's willing to be tethered there, Your Honor. We honestly thought that sobriety court was going to work for him.
Well, the problem is there's nothing in place and he's already violated the conditions of his bond previously, right?
Your Honor, my client, the judge. Your Honor, my client, as far as, and I went over the bond violations with him. He's indicated that he has a medical marijuana card. And so there is that. If you are telling him that he can't smoke that, even with that.
I'm not saying, he admitted to the violation.
Your Honor.
Your Honor. Okay. Your Honor, my client, again, he just has a substance abuse problem. If the court.
I understand that.
If the
But
treatment, he's fine with that.
Ms. Lundy.
Your Honor, the difficulty is at the time of this case, when the defendant was stopped, it's my understanding that it's because he had a no bond bench warrant for a felony CCW out of Lafayette Village. So it's not just a substance abuse problem that seems to be going on here. There seems to be tangential things that are very concerning to the public. And we do have the issue with violation here. I also show currently in X jail, we have 2 out-of-county holds. One for Battle Creek with a $200 bond for retail fraud, one out of Lansing for another retail fraud case for $868 bond. So the concern here is that if there is a PR, it's not going to be released. You likely maybe will go to a different location or several locations in the state. I'm asking the court to continue the bond. I haven't seen the denial, so I haven't seen why he didn't get in treatment in court. But if it is as represented, I'm sure it will be, absolutely. As defense counsel saying, it's because of his other cases throughout the state. So that concerns the people and its ability to remain law abiding bond.
Your Honor, he has no holds. I checked into it. There's no, let me say this, according to X jail, he is not being held for the CCW charge. They're not looking for him.
She's going to show you the holds before you make that representation to the
He
court.
has the two smaller ones, but not for the CCW.
Oh, 2 small holds.
I meant to say not
Those
for
are,
CCW, Your Honor.
those, because they're small, they're not holds.
Yes.
Okay.
And they're really, really old charges, Your Honor, and my client wants to address those as well.
I know, because he didn't go take care of them. That's why they're old.
I
was
understand.
in prison.
Thank you. Your Honor, we would just like to ask to be allowed out of bond.
Motion for bond reduction tonight. Bond will continue. Thank you.
I mean, she tried.
Court calls case.
Yeah, she tried. She tried her best. She fought hard too. Good for her for doing the best she can at her job. That was a no-win situation though. She had nothing to go with. But yeah, I do like it when the defense attorneys go above and beyond and not just throwing the towel. But all right, we got more Simpson.
Court does call the case of the cases of the people versus Teresa Johnson.
Ready, Judge.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Portia Feaster, Assistant Public Defender on behalf of Ms. Johnson. Ms. Johnson, please state your name for the record.
Teresa Johnson.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. I understand this case was up a couple of weeks ago, and we were waiting for a mental health court evaluation to be completed. I have not received anything to date. I may have been emailing the wrong person. My colleague is going to put me in touch with the right person at the mental health court, trying to find out what to do.
So you sent it to the wrong person.
I'm not sure I have, but I was just told this morning that there may be a new contact person who's.
You just don't want to admit that you sent it to the wrong person?
I very well could have, Judge. I am willing to admit my faults. I may have. I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna have him run it down for me and help me out because he's a special.
Okay, so really what we do is just blame Bellinger.
Yes, it was definitely Judge.
Yeah, okay, all right, then I
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah.
He probably went to the
Yeah, he
wrong.
gave us the wrong name, Judge.
And my back hurts carrying the team.
Yes, it does.
So we need a brief adjournment, please.
I'm just here.
All right. So how much more time do you,
Well,
if it gets, have you been interviewed, ma'am?
Oh, yes, I have. Her name is Rebecca Elder.
Okay, so she got interviewed. So let me go 2 weeks out. So hopefully maybe we'll have something.
That'll be nice.
January 30th, 2025, 9 a.m. Bond continued.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Judge.
Your Honor.
All right, thank you, Johnson.
Ah.
Come
Come on. Okay.
Court, let's call the case People versus Tory Brooks.
I did see that, and I couldn't tell if that's what she was geeking about, but she was like beside herself in the cell, big smile on her face. So I just thought she knew the guy. I didn't. That's how I took it. But yeah, it was kind of awkward to watch. All right, this guy. This is only about a minute and a half long. So watch how fast this guy goes to jail, Mr. Allen.
Good morning, Your Honor. Edward Drugas on behalf of Tory Brooks. Today's a time set for a plea. I'm asking for an adjournment. There's still some outstanding video that I'm looking to obtain and further negotiations.
You want to address the violation?
Your Honor, regarding the violation, it seems to me that he has at one time been a very heavy user. He says.
Okay, before we go down that path, if I get levels, am I going to see the levels go down?
He indicates that it's been about 2 weeks since he last.
Pardon?
He indicates that the last 2 weeks he has not used.
That means he was using while he was on bond.
That's correct, Your Honor.
In violation of his bond.
That's correct, Your Honor.
And he doesn't have a card.
He does not.
Mr. Allen. I'll grant the adjournment in this matter. I'll adjourn the proceedings. January 30th. 2025, 9 a.m. It's got to follow his bond conditions. Bonds were both defendants remanded.
All right. That's it for Judge Simpson today. He had a couple decent cases, interesting cases. Not a very eventful day for him though. So I think that might have been the only Mr. Allen. I try to get as many of them as I can on his Thursday dockets because we generally get a lot. But yeah, people were behaving today, and there were some violations that he let go, which you don't see very often. And Sharky, yeah, no, I'm good. I'm actually great. I feel great today. I didn't talk a lot during the Judge Vann because it's so fast, and I don't want to pause it in the middle of a case. So I'm trying to wait to, proper places to pause. But no, I'm great. I'm great. Thanks for asking, though.
State of Michigan versus Jimmy Chef Gardner, case number 24S00238.
Tiffany Woods for the people. Thank you, Your Honor. Roderick Green for the defendant. I don't know that the defendant, yes, yes. She's online this morning. Your Honor, we haven't received an officer date, but we'd like to have the matter set for a final conference date and a trial date, please. But I'd like to speak to bond in particular.
If we had a pause counter, I would be too hyper focused on it. It would not work out well for me. I would try to keep it under a certain number, even if it wasn't appropriate to keep it under that number. But I do think it would be funny at times. Like, if one of you guys did it, I think it would be funny. But I'm not gonna do that.
Before we do that, Ms. Gardner, please state your name for me.
Denisha Gardner.
They're in a temporary courthouse. Their courthouse is being I don't know. They're having some work done to their main courthouse, so they're all in temporary positions right now. So that's why it's different. Magistrate Braley is also. It looks like Magistrate Braley is in like an office in like a. I don't know. I want to say like a supply closet office is what Magistrate Braley's has been streaming from. But yeah, the dark brown behind Judge Washington is making it real dark for sure. But yeah, it's just temporary.
Thank you. Now you may address the bond, Mr. Green.
Yes, Your Honor. My client has spent almost 30 days in jail, Your Honor, and she hasn't been convicted of anything. We're asking that she receive a PR bond, Your Honor. She's missed the holidays with her family through no fault of her own. We're just asking for a straight PR bond, Your Honor. She's already suffered, Your Honor. She spent 30 days in jail and hasn't been convicted of not one single thing.
All right, if that's the argument you're going to, Mr. Green, let me be very clear. Your client is in here on a child abuse and a disorderly person. She was given a PR bond when she first came here in July of 24. Since that time, and she was given conditions that would allow her to remain out. Since that time, she violated, there was a lengthy violation report from Community Corrections where she had missed numerous tests, admitted to drinking, and then she was giving, there was a bench warrant that was issued regarding that. She came in, she was corrected about that, placed on a sober link, and given a personal recognizance bond again. She stopped testing and then just absconded. Just decided she wasn't going to do anything that this court ordered her to do. So that is how she ended up, and it is her fault that she's in custody because she's been given numerous opportunities.
May I speak, Your Honor?
No, not yet, ma'am.
Okay.
So then that's when she came back here and she got a situation where she was to be released to treatment. I have indicated since then, when she was back here on December 12th, that she could be released on home confinement because apparently has a history of absconding. So now you want to come and say that you want to get a PR bond, straight PR bond. Why would I ever do that?
Well, Your Honor, simply because she hasn't been convicted, Your Honor.
Yeah, but we tried the less restrictive means, and she has shown us she doesn't intend to follow those.
Well, I think there was an opportunity for her to be released, and that Community Corrections received some information and that she was not to be released. But right now she has a phone and she has power working in her place. So I'm asking that the bond conditions be reinstated and that she be released on a tether, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Ms. Woods?
Judge, I would be against a PR bond. I mean, you made most of the arguments because you're aware of what's been going on with the defendant, that if she's released on a PR bond, even with a tether, I don't think we're going to see her back. I think she'd most likely cut off that tether and abscond because, and she's clearly shown that she is follow the rules of this court.
You just interrupted someone, ma'am.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Ms. Woods, you may continue.
I was just saying, Judge, that she has shown time and time again that she is not going to follow your orders. And so I'd ask for you to deny defense counsel's request.
Thank you. Ms. Gardner, you may now have something to say. Ms. Gardner was in front of me yesterday. She has serious issues going on with respect to her property, her home. She's in danger of losing that. And she said that I told her I couldn't talk about this particular case yesterday, and I knew that she needed to speak with her attorney today. So, Ms. Gardner, what is it that you would like to say?
Yes, ma'am. I really wanted to say, first of all, that I can't really say much about this case, but the police report from the beginning.
Ma'am,
Yes.
do not say
Yes.
anything about this case. You're only talking about bond.
Okay. Is there a way that I can get that report, a copy for myself? Because it's been read to me from certain people, but I never received a copy. But I would like to say, Your Honor, yes, I did violate multiple times, and I sincerely apologize for that. I have a history of alcohol abuse through disability, and I've been struggling with it. I've been into rehab, and the last time I was at court, I asked you, could I go to rehab? And here, I'm being told that if I had the confinement teller, I can't be confined to rehab. But I just would like a chance to get out and show you that I can do this and I will do this. I haven't seen my children since December 2nd, and today is my daughter's birthday. And I really would like to get out. I will not violate bond or teller or anything. And I'm also working on a nursing class, which I got one certificate for already, and I'm working on my second one. I have a sick mother that lives on the next street over from me that cannot breathe every day, that requires 24-hour care. So I am sorry for violating, and using alcohol and violating court orders and holding up this trial. I really apologize for that. But I really would like the chance, ma'am, to show you that I can do this. Not only do I need to do this for myself and my children, but my mother while she's here. So that's all I'm asking you.
Ms. Gardner, you are of no real help to your mom if you're trying to help her while you're drunk.
I know, ma'am. I know that now. But I promise you, all I need is this opportunity, this chance to show you and to show my mother and to show my children. Because I think it's more important that they see this. I owe this to them. And I owe this to myself.
Yesterday, when you were here, you indicated that the reason you weren't able to be released on home confinement was because there was no electricity in the property. Has that been rectified? Because that's what you represented yesterday.
Yes, ma'am. The rent office from Huron Heights got it cut on, and they charging me for that. That's part of the balance that I have to pay.
So why can't you do home confinement still? I'm confused.
No, I can. It's just that when the lights got shut off, they had to hear from you again. They said that I could go home, that I could be released on teller because my home is inhabited now. They said they tried to reach out to you. I don't know.
One moment. They just reached out this morning. Give me one moment.
Thank you.
All right, there's a lot going on with this case. I feel like Judge Washington may have had a landlord-tenant docket yesterday. I know she had a civil docket in the late afternoon. She may have had a small landlord-tenant docket.
All
I
right,
need to go back and look.
I'm being told that
But it sounds like the defendant was there for possible eviction matter, and she was trying to talk about this case. I need to go back and look. It would have been nice if I put them both together, huh? Yeah, I'm smart sometimes.
It has been communicated to community corrections already that as long as the place is inhabitable and that there is actual electricity that you can be released. I never changed my order. So that never changed. So you are able to be released on the home confinement. I understand that the prosecutor is objecting to this. I am going to give her an opportunity to be at home on home confinement. I believe that I'm going to do that again. I'm going to try the home confinement and try the SoberLink device with her again. So, ma'am, you need to not be drinking. If you
I'm
cut
not
off the tether, that is a felony. You don't want that in your life.
Oh, ma'am. And thank you so much. And also, I'm a CMH client, community mental health. I'm on a medication called Vivitrol for alcohol to stop using. And I'm going to do it myself. And my plan is to do rehab. I talked to someone named Brad from Dom Farms just a minute ago. I already completed my assessment. The only problem is like the confinement thing, but I can do outpatient until confinement teller is off, and then I can go inpatient.
Well, as soon
Yeah, she's kind of struggling with words there. She said, "I'm going to take this drug, what Vivitrol. I can never remember what that drug is. I know what it does, the alcohol drug. Then she said, I'm going to do it all by myself. Yeah, you don't want to tell the court that when you're in jail. But then her next statement is, I'm going to rehab. Oh, so you're not going to do it all by yourself. See, yeah, attorney, speak up. She almost got herself in trouble.
as they tell me that they they have an inpatient bed ready for you, I will release you to the inpatient so the confinement tether would be off. So my preference is for you to go into inpatient. The reason I was giving you home confinement is so that you didn't continue to sit in jail. But then the issue came up regarding your electricity. That's not the court's fault. That's something that happened from your side. So you've always had that opportunity.
Right. So I would like, ma'am, to be released onto confinement teller, SoberLink teller, and complete that. And, and really get through this trial.
You probably
I
should get into
apologize.
inpatient. Ma'am, if you violate this home confinement, getting into inpatient is going to be much more difficult for you. So you should probably get into inpatient as soon as possible. But that's on you. That's your choice.
I promise you, ma'am, I will not. I promise you. I know you probably hear that from other people, but I mean it.
Yes, I do hear it from lots of people. And guess what they do? Anyway. I'll see. So you want to set this for final settlement conference. That'll be on February 27th, 2025 at 11 a.m. And jury selection will be on March 7th, 2025 at 8:30 a.m.
March 11th, Your Honor.
March 7th.
March the 7th. All right, thank you very much.
So, ma'am, am I released on the confinement teller, SoberLink teller today?
You release whenever they come over and do that, ma'am, but that is my order.
Thank you so much for this opportunity, this chance. I really appreciate this. And I am so sorry for wasting the court's time and not following court order. And I'm just really apologetic about that. And like I said, I'm going to fix this for my children, myself, and my mother. And just for everyone else that I'm around. And thank you so much.
I sincerely hope that you're able to comply and that you do fix it for all those people, ma'am. I do.
Yes, I will.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
All right. Yeah, there is a bacon doppelganger. I'm trying to have some fun with the video, and I've been working on editing it. Usually, I just kind of, I'll take the clip from the court, put it in to my compiler, add my voiceover, and that's it. But I'm really trying to have fun with the Big and Doppelganger, so that is coming. But I don't want to release it till it's good. I really wish I knew it was his birthday the other day because I would have worked my tail end off to make sure that it was ready for his birthday, but I didn't. So I'm taking my time on it, but it's gonna be funny, I promise. Deval, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. And for my Hook It on Pahonix fund, I appreciate it, Deval. Thank you. Also, Biggin, thank you for the raid. I started talking and responding to comments and I didn't even say thank you. Biggin, thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate it. I cannot wait to go back and finish watching the last case that was going on when I had to leave to come over here. It looked interesting. Hopefully the dog's okay. And yeah, thank you for all the raiders that came over. We're just doing a random court night, so I don't really have to catch you up on anything. I think we have Judge Perkins next, so let's go.
That's Lee.
Yes.
Yeah, the guy looks like Biggin. He does. He does. That's it. He looks like Biggin. He doesn't sound like him at all, but he looks like him.
Denaje Lee.
All right, this is the city of Detroit versus Denaje Gwendolyn Lee, case number Z8094091, SP 1622369, counts 1, 2, and 3. Appearance for the record, please.
Alan Soroki, P37441, appearing on behalf of the defendant. What's your full name for the record, ma'am?
Yes.
Denaje Gwendolyn Lee. Okay, Your Honor, Ms. Lee wishes to accept the offer of the prosecution in this matter. She'll be pleading to reduced charge of impaired from operating while intoxicated. The remaining 3 tickets that are on the docket will be dismissed per the offer.
Is that what you want to do, Ms. Lee?
Yes.
Come on now, what do you want to do?
I just talked to the man and I told him I don't really know because that wasn't the reason I was pulled over. So I'm just going to say yes so that I can get off of this. This is my first charge. This is insane to me. So, yeah.
If you're contesting the matter, if you don't want to plead, then you don't have to.
I'm guilty.
No, listen to me. Don't talk. If you don't want to plead, you don't have to plead or set a trial date. If you plead, you're going to have to admit to driving while intoxicated, while visibly impaired. You're going to have to admit to those facts the allegation that's in the documentation. If you don't want to plead, you don't have to plead. And if you're contesting the stop, that would be one of ways to, even if you were impaired, one of the ways to get the case. But I don't know. You'd have to talk to your lawyer about that. So what do you want to do?
I want to plead guilty to drinking and driving.
Raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, whole truth?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. When I first saw this, I didn't see Preston falling asleep. People never mute their mics in Judge Perkins' court, and I don't know why. The way that he has his Zoom set up, one person talks, one person's on screen, and that's why it flashes back and forth between people all the time. Yeah, just put yourself on mute. No one would have noticed you were sleeping, my dude.
Yes.
Can
you tell everybody to turn their mics off? I can't hear you. It's going in and out.
Do you understand the maximum possible penalty for this offense is 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines?
Yes.
Do you understand that you have an absolute right to a trial?
Yes.
Mr. Soroki went over your other advisor rights in the breakout room, did he not?
Yes, he did.
Did you understand those rights?
Yes.
Do you have any questions about those rights?
No.
Do you know by taking this deal, you're going to give those rights up?
Yes.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what's been stated in the record?
No.
All right, let me draw your attention back to September the 29th, 2024, around 3:15 a.m. in the city of Detroit, in the area of 19130 Archdale Street. Were you in that area around that date and time, or were you operating a motor vehicle?
Yes.
Did you have contact with the Detroit Police Department?
Yes.
Did you have some alcohol prior to or during the operation of that motor vehicle?
Yes.
Did that alcohol, would you agree that that alcohol impaired your ability to properly operate that vehicle?
No.
All right, so there we go. Mr. Soroki.
Miss Lee, what did you drink before you were pulled over?
I had a little margarita, but like 2 or 3 shots of tequila.
Okay. And did that affect your driving at all? Affect your reflexes, your driving ability at all? Because if it didn't, then the judge cannot accept your plea.
Already said it did.
No, it didn't. Just like I told the cops, I was on my phone. I live in Westland. I was on my phone trying to find my GPS, but they said, "Oh, you were this, that, impeding traffic." I said, "Okay." Pulled me over. Said, "We have to take your car." I said, "For what?" "For no tag and no insurance." So.
Okay. Your Honor, basically, I think of them. The 2 reports are the blood alcohol report with breathalyzer shows a 0.13 and a 0.14. And if a person, if that's I think, yeah.
Oh, just wait. There's another great line she's about to say. Well, actually, her attorney says it for her. Mr. Soroki says it for her. But my mouth dropped when he said, "This is what she believes." Like, oh my gosh.
I don't, whatever a person says, they say they didn't feel intoxicated or affected their driving. I think that just the blood alcohol level on its own satisfies the requirement for the offense.
Do you understand that, ma'am?
Yes.
The fact that if you're over the legal limit to operate a vehicle that's just 0.08, if you're over that limit, then if you're admitting the operation of this vehicle, then that is enough to find you guilty of driving a drunk driving offense.
Okay, yes, I understand all of that. I would like to plead guilty to being intoxicated while operating my vehicle.
And will you stipulate to this blood alcohol, Michigan Forensic Blood Alcohol Analytical Report, saying that your alcohol on the first test was 0.144, and on the second test, it was 0.134. Would you stipulate to that?
I was never really told my results, so I can't really say, but
I'm asking,
and I only took.
Let me ask it in a different way then. Would you contest the fact that this, are you contesting this analytical report from the Michigan Forensic Alcohol Test? Are you contesting the fact that your blood alcohol level was that high?
I only took 1 test, so I'm gonna say yeah. The other test I can't really say because I only took 1 test.
I think you're gonna have to. Have you gone over this stuff with your client, Mr. you know.
I did, Your Honor. You know, the issue that my client is having, and I'm going to put this on the record now, is that someone gave her some advice that if they pull her over for a different reason, then they can't charge her for operating while intoxicated. And I told her that advice is not correct, and that all they need is a legal reason to pull her over, and that can be from any traffic offense or any paper offense regarding no insurance or driver's license. But in any event, she had 3 tickets they gave her, one for operating with the cell phone in her hand, another 2, one I believe for no insurance. I have to look at it, but in any event, there was reason to pull the car over, in my opinion. And then there was the law. You know, Fourth Amendment doesn't protect her. There's no Fourth Amendment protections here that apply. She's, you know, the way the stop happened, and I do not see a viable motion to dismiss based upon illegal search and seizure or illegal pull over of her car.
Yeah, I think it was an illegal search because they just was supposed to take my car, but they ended up going all through my car. I mean, I don't really care. I know that I was driving intoxicated. So yes, I do want to plead to it. I just want to get it over with. I'm irritated and I just want to go.
The defense attorney pretty much just threw her under the bus. Like, there are no defenses for this. She wants to plead guilty. This is what I'm saying. I love the one friend that she has, though. She received some advice, some unsolicited or maybe solicited legal advice from a friend that said, if you're pulled over for distracted driving, you can't get any other charges. Could you imagine if that was true? Ma'am, why is there a dead body in the backseat of your car? Oh, you're pulling me over for distracted driving. You got to leave that alone. Oh, yeah, you're right. Here's a ticket for your cell phone. Be safe. Could you imagine?
You're irritated.
Yeah, I'm very irritated. I'm irritated, Judge. I'm irritated. You know how long I've been on this? I sound like the man that was in here last time.
You know how much you're irritating everybody else.
Oh, okay. I could have been in here by myself, but yes, Judge, I would like to plead guilty to driving my car while intoxicated. My blood, whatever level was high. Okay, yes, yes, Judge. Mm-hmm.
Judge, the only reason I put that on the record is give the defendant
action. I'm not even questioning that. What I'm questioning is when I ask Miss Lee about the test, she indicates she only took 1 test. So what I do in reading in the report says she was issued a preliminary breath test on the scene, which obviously is not admissible in court unless there's some other factor.
Right.
That.
I did take a test at the scene. Huh?
Please be quiet.
Oh, okay.
And then the report goes on to say about the test that was given. It appears that a breath test was given at the Detroit Detention Center, and it has the report here, and it has the operator's name. It has the that they did wait the 15-minute waiting period, and it has that they gave her two tests at the Detroit Detention Center. And what Ms. Lee has said is that she only took 1 test. Now, I don't know if she's talking about the test out on the street or if she's talking about the test in the Detroit Detention Center. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you an.
Sir, please. Every time you open your pie hole, you get it worse trouble. So stay the course, will you?
Engage your client to find out what she's talking about on that, because I want to make sure that the record is correct and that, We don't want to have any buyer's remorse or anything like that. We want to make sure the record is correct and that what the report reports to what Ms. Lee is saying. If the report does not comport with what Ms. Lee is saying, or she's telling me, or she didn't recall and she recollects something different, after you have a conversation with her, then let me know. Otherwise, we will have the officer come in and we'll resolve it one that way. All right, we'll put you back in the breakout room, Ms. Lee, with Mr. Soroki. He's going to come ask you further questions about what took place, and we'll see if we can get some resolution.
Okay.
Let's pass the matter.
All right. Yeah, there's still a couple more parts to this. Cheshire Cat. I actually almost missed your super chat, and I wasn't called out for it. Just saying. Those fire tech skills are at work again. We know. I can't even read. Those fire tech skills at work again. You know we love you. Thank you so much, Cheshire Cat. Like I said, I almost missed it. Sparkle Poots. Thank you so much for your super chat. All together now. Bless her heart. Bless her heart. All together now. Bless her heart. Thank you, Sparkle Poots. All right.
All right, let's go back on the record with Ms. Lee. Ms. Lee, I've given you an opportunity to speak to counsel. Counsel, what's your client want to do? Mr. Soroki?
Your Honor, my client tells me she wants an evidentiary hearing in the matter. She says she only had one breathalyzer, only performed one breathalyzer while she was at the police station.
Go in there and speak to Mr. Bowman about it and get a date set, all right?
Okay, thank you.
All right, pass the matter one more time. Get him an updated offer.
All right, so she's stuck on only doing one test. Now, I wonder if she's confused because when you get to the police station, they'll have you blow twice. I mean, I don't know. I thought that was standard. Because they want to see if your numbers are rising or dropping. So they always make you blow twice when you're there, unless you fail it. So I'm wondering if she thinks that was one test because they have two numbers for her. So now all of a sudden there's a problem. She's like, no, they've only tested me once. They can't stipulate to both tests. So guess what you're doing? Now you're going to trial with all four of the tickets. The distracted driving, whatever the other two were, plus the DUI. Yeah. And she admitted to drinking. Yeah, she already did. This is going to be fun.
All right, let's go back on the record with Ms. Lee. Ms. Lee, I'm giving you an opportunity. Again, have you spoken, Mr. Soroki, with Mr. Bowman about this evidentiary hearing?
Your Honor, I did speak to Mr. Bowman. My client didn't speak to him. But we set a date for February 6th at 9 o'clock by Zoom in front of Your Honor.
Well, don't you think that we need to have that in person?
It could be in person too. I can make it in person.
We're gonna make test.
I work.
Listen, that doesn't matter.
Okay.
Take the day off. This is
okay.
Yeah, I mean, you want this evidentiary, you're questioning this stuff. You gotta take the day off. What time? 10 o'clock?
You're asking me?
I'm not gonna hold an I'm not gonna hold an evidentiary hearing where we're putting testimony on the record as it relates to that. I'm not gonna do that. So 10 a.m. 10 a.m. at 2/6/2025 at 10 a.m. Make sure your officers are ready to go, Mr. Bowman.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, best of luck to you. Best of luck to you, Ms. Leva, and have a very good rest of your day.
Thanks, you too. Oh, my my address changed.
All right, I cut the rest of that out. It was just her reading her full address on the YouTube, so I just cut it there. Nothing else happened with the case. But February 6th, That could be interesting. That could be really boring though. I have a feeling that they're gonna settle before court, or she's gonna show up to court and they're never gonna have the actual trial. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. February 6th. All right. Last part, I've got 2 cases in front of Judge Oakley. I do not have the Amazon driver. I know you got a couple of you were talking about that earlier. I do not have that one. I have a little bit of a feel good one. Well, a lot of bit of a feel good one. And then we got some dude acting a fool in an airplane. All right, let's go.
Andrew Muchler, am I saying it right?
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. How do you say your name?
Andrew Muchler.
Muchler. All right, you're going forward today without benefit of an attorney, is that correct?
Correct.
All right, you've met with the prosecutor?
That's a good question. The judge has already heard her admit to it. So they're having a prelim where he's going to have an evidentiary hearing. So that's what they're having on the 6th. So it's not necessarily a trial. So yeah, I don't know, because she already admitted to him that she was drinking. So that's actually a good question.
I've got a piece of paper that says that you're going to plead guilty to disorderly person in Van Buren Township on September 23, 24, and I will
Everyone's version of a feel good, not except for me. When I say feel good, you guys are like, that was sad. This one's actually good. This one's good.
dismiss the retail fraud case that was issued to you. Is that your agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you understand your rights and the options those rights give you?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand the possible penalty for the disorderly person charge?
Yes, Your Honor.
Understanding all of this, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily to the added charge today?
Yes, Your Honor.
September 23, 24, were you in Van Buren Township?
Yes, Your Honor.
And where were you at?
Walmart.
Walmart store?
Walmart, yes.
All right, so what was going on at the Walmart store that makes you think you were a guilty disorderly person?
When I talked to the prosecutor and she said she would drop it, but I
Let me stop you. Let me stop you. She told you she dropped the retail fraud if you pled guilty to disorderly person, right?
Yeah.
All right. So I got to take your plea. I got to have a factual basis. So did you try to take some merchandise without paying for it?
I did.
All right. I'm satisfied. Miss Manarino, are you satisfied?
I am, Your Honor.
Thank you. So are you working, Mr. Muchler?
Yes, I work full-time and I'm a full-time student at MIAT Canton.
Oh, awesome. What are you doing at MIT? You doing the turbines or you doing the airplanes?
HVAC.
Okay, good. And where do you work?
I work full-time lifting and door dashing.
Okay. All right. Anything else you want me to know before I sentence you?
Maybe it would just be helpful to know.
No, Lone Wolf covered it earlier. I'm trying not to step on his toes, and he's trying not to step on mine too much. So I don't need to. I know Lone Wolf covered it. I saw it on someone else's channel. I can't remember who it was. So no, if you guys really want to see it, yeah, I'll throw it on a live this weekend. It was a good case, but it's on Lone Wolf's channel if you guys want to check it out.
You know, there was no excuse. You know, I know I shouldn't have stolen the groceries, but 2 months ago, my girlfriend crushed her lower vertebrae and she lost her job. And, you know, with me being in school, it's been difficult to find a job that would work with my school schedule.
Yeah.
And we've really been struggling, and
Yeah.
we really needed groceries. And I know there's no excuse for it, but I think I gave up on myself that day a little bit, and I stole some groceries. And I'm just really trying to get through this school for my family, you know?
All right, so hold on. You just breathe for a minute. Listen to me. Breathe. Take a deep breath. Another one. All right. You know why there's no excuse for shoplifting food? Because there's so many generous people that would help you.
Yeah.
So if you raise your right hand and promise to come see me before you do something that stupid to feed yourself, we'll move forward. Raise your right hand. You swear or affirm that you will come up here and talk to me before you get that desperate?
I swear.
I'm serious as a heart attack. I've got a gift card I'm looking at right now that I could have handed you if you would have walked in here and said, Judge, I don't know what to do. I can't feed my family. All right?
Okay.
Deal?
Yes, deal.
All right. I'm going to put you. Does he have priors, Miss Manarino?
Your Honor, he did have an incident several years ago when he was 18, which is the reason why we did the plea the way we did it.
You know what I want? If I can get him through a probationary period with no new problems, would you relook at the status of the permanent conviction?
Yes, Judge.
All right. So, Mr. Muchler, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put you on a 12-month non-reporting probation.
Okay.
I'm not charging you any money. All I'm telling you to do is stay out of trouble, no new criminal offenses. If you do that and you come back 12 months from now and you remind me, I will track her down and we will take this off your permanent record.
Oh my God, thank you so much.
All right?
Thank
Now,
you so much.
No reason to do something stupid to feed your family, is there?
No reason.
All right. God bless you, brother. Good luck in school.
You. God bless you.
Thank
He
you.
has. That's why I can bless you. Made my damn day. All right. How about?
All right, that was the feel good one. What do you guys think? Is my feel good still off? I think he just did that guy a major favor. Kept a theft charge off of his record. Well, potentially. He still has to go 12 months without breaking the law again. But I mean, it sounds like he's getting his life together. He's learning HVAC. It's an important skill. We ever it's an expensive skill. If you ever have a problem with your HVAC. Anyways, I'm talking too much. All right, last one. This guy. This guy is. I don't know. I don't know this company. Epic. I think it's called Epic. It's this guy is in charge of their international business for the company Epic. For those of you that live in Michigan, is that a huge company in Michigan? I don't know it, but this made the news. They said this they say it in this hearing. This made the news, and I tried to find the video. I couldn't find it. I don't play around with TikTok or Instagram too much. The video might actually be on there. I imagine someone probably recorded this and put it out. All I can find is news stories covering it, and they didn't actually play the video of him acting a fool. But this guy acted a fool in an airplane, and yeah, that's about it. All right, let's go.
How about Dvorak? Am I saying it right?
Yes, we're ready, Judge.
Counsel, your appearance.
Pamela Sidlek on behalf of Carl Dvorak. He is present and
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what kind. I didn't look the company up. I don't know what they do. But this guy is well, no, I think I did look it up. When I was trying to find the video, I think I found a couple stories about Epic. I don't know. Let's just keep going. But yeah, let's go.
consents to this hearing via Zoom.
All right, counsel, I don't have a plea agreement, so I don't know if it got misplaced. Tell me what the deal was.
Well, here's the deal. I did ask for them to send it to me yesterday. I haven't heard back from them. The agreement was no contest as charged, 771.1 for 90 days, no terms and conditions, just fines and costs.
Thank you. Pretty straightforward. All right. Mr. Dvorak, did you discuss your rights and options with counsel?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
You understood those?
Yes, I did.
All right. And do you understand the possible penalty for the charge?
I do, Your Honor.
You understand, sir, that when you say no contest, you're literally saying, Judge, I'm not fighting that charge against me.
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Understanding all of this, are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes, Your Honor, I plead no contest.
Thank you. Counsel, the only problem I see is I do not have an incident report, so I have nothing that I can get a factual basis from. Do you have something you could share with me?
I do, Judge. Let me, so I can minimize the facts for you. He was on an airplane at Detroit Metro Airport caused a disturbance, and as a result, he was arrested.
Okay, and that was November 6th, 2024?
That is correct.
All right, I think those facts satisfy a plea. Do you?
I do, yes.
All right, I'll accept the plea. What should I know about your client before I sentence him?
Judge, he has absolutely zero criminal history. He has a very
Yeah, what she didn't say is she caused the plane to be delayed over an hour. Um, yeah, he caused a big disturbance. He had to be taken off the plane by the police. That's why I wanted to see the video. And I put this in here hoping I could find the video, but I didn't find it. So this is just a short case. If anyone finds it, link it on Discord so we can watch it. Yeah, I failed at that. But also, like I said, I'm not good at finding these videos. I don't look into people's backstories all that much. All right, this is pretty much the end of the video, so I'm going to let it play out. I checked a second ago. I don't see any potential people to raid. It's one of those weird nights that everyone's taking off, I guess. So, you know what we're going to do instead? I'm going to jump in Discord. So if anybody wants to have a little after party in the Discord voice chat, can my mods please drop the Discord link? I would appreciate it. And as always, the Discord link is in the description of every one of my videos, so you can check it out. You can click it there as well. All right. You guys have a great night. Thank you so much for joining me. Biggin, thanks again for the raid. Thank you all for the super chats. Were there any? Yeah, just super chats. Thank you guys so much tonight. You guys are awesome. I will see you tomorrow. I've got unless something really big happens tomorrow night's going to be the return of Rachel McDuffie. She was in Judge Washington's courtroom a couple days ago. It's a long hearing, so I was going to make it an entire video. So I figured we'll just do it tomorrow night. So, and Miss McDuffie gets in a little bit of trouble with Judge Washington. So that's tomorrow night's video. So I hope to see you guys there. Again, unless something really big happens, I'll push that video till Sunday. But as of now, that's the plan. Again, you guys have a great night. If I don't see you, have a great and safe weekend. Don't do anything dumb. I will cover you. I promise. And I'll jump up and down saying that I know this person. So just be warned. Don't do anything dumb. All right. See you in Discord, or I'll see you next time. Bye.
A job that takes him out of the country to different countries. And we are asking that you go along with the 90 days under 771.1.
Thank you. Mr. Dvorak, who do you work for?
I work for Epic Systems Corporation.
What do they do?
Computer software.
Okay. All right. Anything you want to add, sir? Don't feel that you have to. I'm just giving you the opportunity.
I'm very sorry for what I did.
Judge, and he has, just to add to it, he has suffered severe consequences as far as the public eye because this hit the papers.
All right. I'm going to guess maybe some in-flight beverages had something to do with the issue.
And medication that he recently had started taking, didn't realize that this was going to happen.
Synergistic
This is completely out of the ordinary for him. This is an isolated incident and will not happen again.
I did not, Vic. Thank you so much for the super chat. I got that one. I almost missed Cheshire Cats earlier, and he did not pounce on it like I thought he would. Thank you so much, Vic. I appreciate it. And also, why is public humiliation a way to get out of court punishment? Because he acted a fool in an airplane and a lot of people saw it, and for whatever reason, people grab their phones and record really quick on airplanes. That shouldn't count as punishment. You acted a fool. That's on you.
And has never happened. He's never had an alcohol problem before or any issues with alcohol.
Thank you, counsel. All right, sir, I'm going to delay sentence for 3 months. Stay out of trouble. Court costs are assessed in the amount of $400. Can you pay that when?
If I can pay it online, I could try to pay it today.
You can. There'll be a third-party vendor fee, but it's not going to be another $100. It's probably, I don't know, $12. I don't know. Okay. I'm making things up.
Pam, do you know, will you be able to send me a link or the court?
I'll go through that with you, what to do. Just go to the court website.
We're all set, counsel?
Yes, we are. Thank you very much, Judge.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome, sir. Good luck to you.
Oh, and by the way, you should be a TV judge. You're really good with people.
I can't be nice enough to people that long.
Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
James?
Yes, sir.